In a shocking move, Vladimir Putin has proposed new rules for the use of nuclear weapons. Russia's leader has hinted that Moscow may broaden the conditions under which it could deploy its nuclear arsenal, sending shockwaves across the globe. As Ukraine continues to receive military support from the US and other nuclear-armed countries, could these changes push the world closer to a nuclear conflict? Stay tuned as we break down Putin's latest announcement and what it means for global security. On Wednesday, Putin announced to his Security Council that Russia is considering a significant expansion of its nuclear doctrine. He proposed that an attack on Russia by a non-nuclear state, if backed by a nuclear-armed one, would be treated as a joint attack. This statement is being interpreted as a veiled threat aimed at Ukraine and its Western allies, particularly the US. Ukraine, which has no nuclear arsenal, relies heavily on military aid from countries like the US, the UK, and France, all nuclear-armed states. The latest development follows Ukraine's push to use long-range Western missiles against Russian military sites.
Подготовиться к совместным действиям.
Есть подготовиться к совместным действиям.
Внимание! Пуск!
Есть пуск.
Putin's message seems clear. Any attack on Russian territory, even by conventional forces, could provoke a nuclear response if it involves a nuclear state's support. This isn't the first time Putin has raised the specter of nuclear weapons. His previous threats, often labeled as nuclear saber-rattling, have been widely criticized. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, quickly responded to the latest comments, dismissing them as mere nuclear blackmail. However, it raises the question: is Putin seriously considering a nuclear escalation, or is this another bluff to deter Western nations from aiding Ukraine? As the war in Ukraine drags on, tensions continue to mount. During his recent trip to the United Nations, Zelensky warned that Russia is planning even more aggressive attacks on Ukraine's nuclear power plants, raising the risk of a nuclear disaster. These facilities are critical for Ukraine's energy infrastructure, and any attack could have devastating consequences, not only for Ukraine but for Europe as a whole. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant, Europe's largest, has been a key target throughout the war. Occupied by Russian forces, the plant has seen repeated shelling, with both sides blaming each other for the attacks. The International Atomic Energy Agency has warned that safety conditions at the plant are rapidly deteriorating, making a nuclear accident a terrifying possibility. Putin's new nuclear threats, paired with Ukraine's fears of a nuclear disaster, paint a grim picture of the current state of the war. While the world hopes for peace, the growing threat of nuclear conflict cannot be ignored. Will Putin's proposed changes to Russia's nuclear doctrine force the world into another Cold War, or will this be a bluff to stall Ukraine's counteroffensive? Only time will tell. Stay informed and stay tuned as we continue to cover this evolving crisis. Thanks for watching. If you want more in-depth analysis of global events like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest developments.